G'day viewers, so today we're going to do a little how-to video on this Redarc inverter remote switch. So I've got the RS3000 watt inverter, the RS3, so and it's under the seat here in my van, which is okay. But I just get sick of pulling the cushions off to get under the seat to turn the inverter on and off. So I'm going to put this inverter switch in. It's quite basic. So it comes with this. I think it's a Cat 6 cable, Cat 5 cable. Just plugs one end into the switch here, the remote switch, and the other end goes into the back of the inverter here, and I'm just going to have to run it down with these wires here, and I'll pull all that apart, see where they run. I don't know whether they run under the van. I haven't been under the van as yet, but then I'm going to install it here where the rest of all my electrical stuff is here. And I'm just going to put it up here somewhere. I haven't decided whether it's here or over this side closer to the door yet, but just got to pull a couple of things apart, and then we'll work out the nicest place and the easiest place to put it, and then yeah, but I'll get started, pull a couple of things apart, run some wires. I'll show you how we do that, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've had a quick look underneath the van, pulled off two covers here, which are quite simple. They're just a couple of screws each. And what I've decided is I want to locate the switch. So there's a drawer. This is a drawer. So I don't want to locate it here or anywhere like that, because the drawer will interfere with it. But back there where that GPO is, the drawer doesn't go back that far, so I'll run it. I've decided what I'm going to do is mount it above that GPO. I'll just take some measurements from inside and transfer those measurements to outside. Quite easy because that's my bench top and that's the end of the cupboard there, so it'll be quite easy to measure that up, and we'll drill some holes from the outside, just a little hole saw for the back of the switch to go through, so that'll be quite simple. Now I've already started running the RJ45 cable. So under here, under the seat, as you can see, I've already started running it. So I've got it plugged into the inverter. So this is the remote port there. So just pulled off these. These are just the cable tidy covers. So just popped them off, run the cable out here, down a hole. I know it's probably hard to see on the camera, but down a hole there with the rest of the wires, so it'll be nice and neat once all these covers go back on. It'll all be really nice. So, and there's a cable under there which goes from here somewhere, or it goes from here. It's the Red Vision screen. So I'm just going to follow that, because that goes from down under there, and then it comes up here. So I'm just going to follow that, and then it goes along up there, and then to my Red Vision screen, which is just here. So I'm just going to follow that cable, and it'll come up here at the back, and I'll just plug in here. Won't interfere with anything, and it'll be quite neat. And then on the outside, it'll be located. Where is it? Where's that remote switch gone? Anyway, it's somewhere there. So effectively it's going to be located here somewhere, so just inside the door of the caravan it'll be here. So basically when we'll be able to just turn it on and off, so it'll be nice easy access with everything else. Just a little bit of mucking around, it's a little bit fiddly, lots of wires under there. Now that van's built, there's not a lot of space in there, so but we'll get just a couple of little holes in. I might not even have to drill some holes, might be able to just follow the same hole where the red vision wire is and run it straight up. It'll be nice and easy. Alright, leave it with me, let's run some cable and then I'll come back to you. Alright, so what I've actually ended up doing is I just put a little hole in next to that that red vision wire that I originally, it's too hard to get it in right where that is all siliconed up. I thought, it's easier just to, so I've just put a little hole in, run a where's my step drill, I just drilled a little hole and then run a little step drill through, and then now as you can see I can pull that cable through easy. So I've run it from the other side like you seen earlier. It's run under the van straight up through here. I'll vacuum all that up before I finish, and then I'll seal it all up, but I will run it up where I originally said, up behind there. So I'll do that and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, but it's quite easy. Like, there's the hardest part's crawling under the van, getting in and out from underneath the van all the time. But because you want to be right when you drill the holes, you don't want to drill in the wrong spot. So I was in and out from under the van a good half a dozen or more times to just make sure the hole, nothing's going to hit on the inside or underneath when you drill the hole. So that was easy enough, but that's sorted. Cable's pulled through. Now this bunch of wiring here is in a black conduit from under the van, so all this will go in, it'll go in with that conduit as well. But all I've got to do is pull this, there's saddles under there the same as these ones, so I'll just undo them so the split tube comes apart, and then I can feed this wire into that split tube and then just put those saddles back on. Be quite easy. But now is the more tricky part, is drilling up there on that outside of your cabinet. Not a heap of fun, but should be easy enough. I'll just need to get the right size hole saw, and yeah, it'll be easy. Stay with us and I'll come back to you. Alright, so now cables run all the way up to here behind the drawer. So that's fine. Now always here, I'll tidy that up, I'll bunch that up so it sort of sits just down in there, and I can measure and drill that hole shortly. I've got to go and get a hole saw for that. Over here's done. I just got to put all the covers back on the cable tidies, or I'm not sure, there is a specific name for these. I'm not I can't think of it off the top of my head, but yeah, it keeps all your cables nice and tidy. So I'll pop all these back on. They just clip on like so, not crooked like that, but as you can see, it's quite easy. So I'll put all these back on, and then all I've got to do is drill the hole, put the inverter switch in. So yeah, I'm not sure, I'll have to read the manual, see what size hole saw I need for that. And then all I've got to do then is vac up that bit, go underneath, pull those saddles off, put the cable in the conduit, and job done. Bit of silicone around those holes. Easy, easy. Alright, let's I won't try and put all these on with one hand, a bit awkward, but as you can see they go straight on easy, so no problem there. Alright, so had to duck off to Bunnings to get a hole saw, because the back of this is 44mm, so we needed a 44mm hole saw, so we just went and got this little Craft-Rite set, only about $25 or something like that. It's got a 44mm, so they tell me, oh, what we got here, what's this one? No, that's the 35, so this is the 44, yeah, 44mm. So now, as you can see, I've done my measuring and marked it all out. Just got a bit of tape on there, and then hopefully we can drill this hole without doing any extra damage, and then get this in. But I was just thinking, I've forgotten to buy some little black screws from Bunnings, so we'll have to go back to the big green shed. So just for the international guys, Bunnings, or we call it the big green shed sometimes. It's probably like your Walmart or something like that in the States. So we call it the big green shed. Bunnings got just about everything hardware. But yeah, now I'll have to make a trip back there for bloody two black screws. Lucky it's only 5 minutes down the road, so not the end of the world. Alright, here we go, let's drill a hole. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Got the hole drilled, but made a little bit of mess. But I'm sure you've all seen these on social media. Actually it'll come in handy now. Just to tidy up all this mess. Tanya's seen all this mess, have a bloody heart attack at me for making a mess, but it is what it is. Alright, now I'll just I'll clean all this up and get that fitted and come back to you. Alright, so holes drilled. Let's just pop the switch in. So the switch pops in there, nice. We just need to square that up, which doesn't look too bad, so we'll go get a couple of screws later on. Let's have a look inside the cupboard here. Let's see what it look at that, it doesn't even barely protrudes. Perfect. And then so that just plugs in like so. That RJ45 cable, you just do that. Just pull it out. Alright, so that's now plugged in. You can see it won't interfere with the drawer when that goes back in, because it's all the way back there. It doesn't hit none of the wiring. Now all we need to do is sort of probably just tidy up the wiring underneath and put all this switchboard back together. Job done. So I'll tidy all that up underneath. I'll show you underneath, and then we're done. Just giving this a quick vacuum. Tanya's got this vacuum. I'm guessing it's from bloody Kmart. Having what's it got? Anco writ on it. Tipping that's Kmart thing. Tanya loves Kmart, so but it actually works alright. I've already given it a tidy up in there, and it's tidied up all the shavings, the wood shavings and little bits of wiring and stuff that were in there, so that's good. I just got to do the other side where the inverter is, and then I'm going to pop all this back together now and then tidy up underneath and job done. Alright, so I'm just under the van. Now you can see this blood conduit here. Like I said earlier, all I need to do is undo these saddles and open up that split tube and then pop this in, and then it's all protected. So I'll do that now, and then just silicone up the 2 holes from underneath. I already siliconed them from inside, but we'll do it from underneath as well, and then that's it. Alright, so finished underneath. Bit hard to film under there, it's a bit squeezy, so I didn't bother filming too much. But now I'll just give you a quick rundown. So beforehand we used to have to get under here and turn it on and off from there. There you go, it's on. So it's got 3 positions here. So that's on, off, and to my right is you flick it and it goes to remote. Okay. So now let's see if it works. So effectively the inverter's on right now, but off, if that makes sense. So now here's there we go. There you go, you can hear it come on. Let's just check if we've got 240. Yep, there we go. Induction comes on, so that's working fine. So just a quick rundown. So the inverter switch was about $119, and I had to buy a whole saw kit. That's neither here nor there. Like some people might have a whole saw kit, and then you don't have to. So really, it's $120, and from now on, I don't have to get under that seat ever again. Hopefully I can pop me cushions back on, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope it helps someone. Yeah, stay tuned for another improvement at some point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.